Hey champions, my name is Allison Kao. I'm currently a 2-star Diamond Premier coach, and I'm super excited to be talking to you a little bit today as Keyshawn reached out to me to talk about something that actually is really important in this business, but something so many people of us struggle with. And it actually is ironic that she asked me to talk about this because this past week, I had something recently happen in my life and my business that totally brings all of this topic full circle. So today we're going to be talking about mindset, and I'm just going to cover a few topics. I'm going to try to keep it super short and super informative for you guys, and hopefully you can find a couple takeaways from this short video. All right, so let's get started. First of all, Keyshawn asked me to talk about mindset, right? And what is the proper mindset to have in this business? Because honestly, when you sign up as a coach, nobody tells you all of these emotions. It's like you are hopping onto an emotional roller coaster, and you literally just have to sit down, strap on, and hold on because it's up and down and it's all over the place, right? So really quickly, I'm going to tell you a story and try not to ramble on because I'm quite known for that. But this past week, my husband and I went on our honeymoon, even though we got married 7 months ago, to Spain. And while we were there, my husband said, hey, we're going to go rock climbing. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I went rock climbing in a rock climbing gym one time in my life, and I ended up tearing the labrum in my shoulder. So we're driving out to this rock climbing location. I'm just thinking like we're going to go to this gym. It's going to be fine. And we get in this little van, and this Spanish guy who's taking us there, he starts talking about this mountain that we're going to be scaling. And he starts asking my husband, or saying, you guys have experience, right? You guys have been rock climbing. And my husband's like, yeah. We've been rock climbing. Like, we got this. And so then the guy's asking us, so you have experience with rappelling and this and that. I'm like, I have no idea what this man is talking about. I've simply been like bouldering at a rock climbing gym. Okay, so fast forward, we drive like an hour, we get to this mountain where we are going to be apparently rock climbing out in the open. I had no idea that this was part of our trip. So we get there, and this guy says, all right, strap on your harness, and you're gonna climb up basically the side of this mountain that's like, I don't know, 30,000 feet up in the air. I don't even know if that's an exaggeration. And it reminded me of this business and mindset and fear so much, right? Okay, so as we're driving there, it's kind of like how you feel when you sign up to be a new coach. You're like so excited, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool because I get to go rock climbing. This is so cool. And then you sign up, you click submit, and then you're going to go get your first customer, or you're going to go reach out to that first person and invite them, right? This is how I felt at the bottom of this rock. All of a sudden, like this fear set in, and I was like, I can't do this. I've never been rock climbing, scaling a mountain ever before. Like I cannot do this. And I started to literally have mini panic attacks. And so then the guy was like, you're fine, you got this. And so that's your coach saying like, come on girl, come on boy, you totally got this business, you can do this. And you're like, you know what, you're right, I got this business. So here I go, I start climbing up. My job was to take these clips off of this huge mountain as I scaled the side of it. And so like 3 clips up, I'm like, man, this is really cool, like same thing with this business. Couple months in, you're like, this is fantastic. I'm helping people. I love this business. Okay, so at this point I was loving rock climbing. So I climb up a couple more notches to get a few more of the clips off, and all of a sudden, here I am. I'm holding on for dear life with my fingertips on the side of this mountain, and the wind starts blowing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I go to turn around and look down. I can't see anybody. I don't see my husband or the guide. I can't hear them talking anymore. All I hear is this intense, overwhelming fear. Fear right there. Bam, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm holding on. The wind is blowing, and I'm just like, I cannot do this, right? So now this compares to like maybe 6 months to a year into your business when you have this overwhelming feeling of fear that sets in. That's how I felt on the side of this mountain. I actually started crying, so nobody knows that, so you can't tell anybody. So I start crying, I'm on the side of this mountain. I tell the guy, I said, you know what? I'm done. Fear has completely taken me over. I was like, bring me down. And then he's mumbling something because he always speaks Spanish. And I'm like, please bring me down. I was so scared. And he just kept saying, Allison, you got this, you got this, you got this, right? Kind of like your upline tells you, and you just doubt yourself so much. So in that exact moment, a few of you listening to this video might be in this moment right now in your very own business where you are just so afraid. You're afraid it's not going to work out. You're afraid you're failing. You're afraid of everything, right? I never fully understood how much fear is just a feeling and fear is just a mindset until I was on the side of this mountain and I'm scaling this mountain and this guy says, I'm not bringing you down until you fall twice. And I was like, I am not falling off the side of this mountain, right? Same thing with my business. I am not failing. I am not going to let myself fail in this business, right? So it was at that very moment that I had to not take a step back literally because I would have fallen, but I had to compose myself. And I'm here hanging on the side of this mountain and I was just deep breaths in and out. And I had to seriously focus on my own internal personal development to change my mindset. From fear of thinking of all of the things that could go wrong to actually thinking of all of the things that could go right. And this relates to this business so much. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling fearful, you have this negative mindset, you got to stop right now, no matter what you're doing. Take a couple seconds, take some deep breaths and refocus your mindset. Because honestly, guys, fear is just a feeling. It is a mindset. And whatever you put into your mind, that's what's going to happen. So long story short, I'm on the side of this mountain. I'm like, you know what? Like, instead of feeling so afraid of this and instead of feeding myself these negative emotions, I started to say, I got this. I got this. You know what? What's going to happen when I get to the top of that mountain? I'm going to feel like a champion, right? Because I have pushed through my fear. I did not allow myself to fall back down on purpose just so I could get off the side of this mountain. I am facing my fear full on. So I climb up a few more, this fear starts to come back, a wind is blowing. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. Again, boom, the minute I felt that, I had to refocus my mindset. And that's what you have to do with this business, because you have to refocus your goals and your mindset so frequently in this business. And the minute that you do that and you start to exert your energy on positive emotions and fueling your fire with saying, I can do this, I got this, it is a game changer. So I have done this multiple times in my business and I ended up doing this on the side of this mountain. And let me tell you what, when I got to the top of that mountain and I turned around and I looked at the guy said, look at the landscape. And I'm like, you're insane. I'm not looking at the landscape. I'm scared, right? He said, you did it. Look at the landscape. And I turn around. Oh my gosh, it was just breathtaking, these views of Spain. I was in Barcelona, Spain, and I just rock climbed the side of this mountain. And the best part was I did it because I didn't let my mindset of fear take over. And let me tell you what, they always say like the best views come after the hardest climbs. That is no matter what you do. That is with this business. You got to climb, you got to push past, you got to continuously push yourself out of your comfort zone. You got to continuously change your mindset. Don't focus on fear, focus on positivity. And once you get to the top and you're able to look at this landscape like I was able to, oh my gosh, it was so worth every single second that I had to refocus my mindset. So that is my little take on fear and mindset. If you're feeling this way in your business, you got to take like a few steps back and think about what is making you feel this way. Reset your goals, refocus your mindset, because you signed up for this business for a reason. Remember that reason, you guys. You gotta always push forward and push past that fear. The very next thing I'm just gonna take 1 minute to touch on, because I know we all live very busy lives, is how do you stay committed during hard times? And that's a difficult question, right? Because again, relating back to mindset and fear, this business goes up and down. It's like a roller coaster. So when it gets hard, it's so easy to take a step back and be like, I'm done with my business. So what I do personally when the going gets tough with the business is I actually tend to just focus on myself. I focus on my own personal workout journey and I set goals for that journey. I set weekly, monthly, and push goals for every year. So this way, I always have something that I can personally control, because not always can we control the outcome of our business, right? And that frustrates us. But if you always focus on your own personal workout journey, commit to a workout program, and share your journey while you're doing it, the ups and the downs, that is how I personally stay committed, because that's what got me to fall in love with coaching. I fell in love with Insanity, and then it was all downhill from there. Well, technically uphill. So I hope that this helps you guys a little bit with fear and mindset. Fear is just a feeling, and mindset can be changed in 2 seconds. So please, please, please check yourself today as soon as you're done listening to this call. And I'm always available for questions or motivation, anything that you guys need, even if you're not part of my team. We are Team Beachbody, and we are in this together. So keep pushing, push past that fear, because when you get to the top of that mountain, guys, it's worth it. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Push forward, keep going, and I'll see you later.